through a partnership with Grocers Modular Food Solutions. And 1 week after his sudden passing, the community of Bimini reflects and mourns the loss of the Honorable Obie Wilchcombe. We have a team on the ground. Plus, an employee of the Water and Sewerage Corporation fatally wounded in Sweeting's Key during a routine upgrade. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, under its newly formed Innovative 242 initiative, the government of the Bahamas has entered into a partnership agreement with Grocers Modular Food Solutions Canada. The mission of Grocers is to make local fresh produce accessible to all, and the partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources seeks to assist the Bahamas in moving forward towards sustainability in food security. According to Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, the government is focused on sustainability, resilience, and entrepreneurship, and it believes that this can be accomplished through the advancement of the country's technology sector. Cabinet Chair of Innovative 242 and Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, says that this partnership underscores the Davis-led administration's commitment to finding innovative, sustainable, and tech-driven solutions to address some of the nation's long-standing challenges and to provide new opportunities for Bahamians in the green economy. The partnership will be implemented in a phased approach, with the first phase to focus on establishing a presence of BAMSI in Andros and subsequent phases to involve the expansion of Grocers Modular Farming Solutions, then throughout the Family Islands. Initial engagement with Grocers commenced in February 2023 during a mission to Ottawa, which focused on opportunities for the Bahamas to become a regional leader in food security, and opportunities to advance in agri-tech, agri-tourism, and agricultural research were among the topics discussed during the mission. Well, in other news, it has been 1 week since the unexpected death of the late Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting and the Member of Parliament for West, Grand Bahama and Bimini, the Honorable Obie Wilchcombe. Tonight, our Aja Kwan joins us live from Bimini with the latest. Aja, how is the community of Bimini coping?
The island of Bimini is definitely in mourning, Ramiko. Earlier today, we would have spoken with residents who say they are still grief-stricken about the passing of their Member of Parliament and Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the Honorable Obie Wilchcombe. Many of them describing him as a giant of a man, noting that his legacy will forever live on.
Bimini loved him, Western loved him, we all love him.
It's a big loss to the Bahamas.
I could say for the country, this is a major blow. This is a big blow.
He was a giant of a man, you know. He'd be very lost in this community, especially Bimini.
To us, we know he's the best man.
Minister Wilchcombe, who served Bimini for decades, according to the residents, was not just a politician, but a friend and advocate for his constituents. His passing leaving a void that many feel will be challenging to fill.
To fill those shoes, you got to be ready.
He was a very good man, and I hope whoever replaced him here in Bimini and West End do the same as he was doing.
We would like to have somebody else. We know that they wouldn't be able to fit the shoes that Obadiah Wilchcombe wore, but we're going to get it together.
Residents recounting personal stories of how Minister Wilchcombe helped them and the island of Bimini in times of need.
He was instrumental in getting the hotel and casino here, which is very good for Bimini. And a lot of people in Bimini is employed because of him.
I talked to somebody a couple of months ago about the clinic, and it seemed like they got it going. They put the shingle back on the clinic roof.
Anything we have a problem with and we call him, he fix it. Just like if you have a bad weather coming and you need assistance to leave the island, or if you have a light off or food on the table, and you just call him, he'd send you to the shop and tell him send him the bill.
Now Now, there have been some dates rumored about Minister Wilchcombe's memorial being held here in Bimini. However, we reached out to the administrator who could not confirm if or when the memorial will be held. Of course, this is something that our ZNS News team will continue to follow. Coming to you live here in Bimini at Big Game Resorts, reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Azure Quant. Back to you at the desk, Ramiko.
Thanks so much, our Aja Quant reporting live from Bimini. Now we understand the cabinet will make an announcement soon on the official funeral plans for the late minister. Well, a routine work day for the area manager of the Water and Sewerage Corporation turning deadly this past weekend in Sweetings Key. The area manager for the Abaco operations leading a team of technicians in an effort to upgrade the Key's water supply, storage and distribution. Scriven exclusively brought our news team along to capture their final completion of the project. But unfortunately, moments later after his interview, things tragically took a turn for the worst.
A sad situation happening here at Water and Sewage Plant on Sweetings Key. Our news team arrived here to report on the construction of new tanks set to provide relief for residents who face water interruption since Hurricane Dorian. Shortly after the interview with area manager Tony Scriven, his life was cut short.
First of all, let me offer my condolences to the residents and employees here at Water Works. What you can say is that shortly after 10:15 a.m., a number of workers were doing some work, as you can see in the back of me, some sort of construction. Those 3 black tanks in the back, they are filled with water. I've been told one have water in it now. The deceased, while making a phone call out of the rain, the middle tank suddenly collapsed and landed on him.
After the accident, police officials arrived on the scene with medical professionals who officially pronounced Scriven dead. In an attempt to extract the body from the rubble, police officers and residents working together using a plywood to pull his body from under the rocks.
His body will be taken to Grand Bahama, where we can perform an autopsy to determine the cause of death. I suspect that an investigation will commence to determine the structure and why the middle concrete collapsed. So we're going to work closely with Ministry of Work just to ensure.
Resident of Sweetings Key and former Chief Councillor of Sweetings Key District Gladstone Russell was also on the scene, and he says that when he heard the news of the accident, he immediately rushed to see if what happened was really true.
So when I came down, I saw the gentleman under the tank. It was a hard feeling. But you know, when life is out there, all things happen.
For sure, this has been a traumatizing and an unexpected experience. A young professional life cut short while doing what he loved and providing assistance to the residents of Sweetings Key. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest.
Thanks, Shalanda. Now, as mentioned earlier, our ZNS News team traveled with Scriven along with the Water and Sewerage Corporation team to cover the water tank system, which was expected to alleviate the frustrations among residents when it came to water interruption on Sweetings Key. In his final interview, Scriven shared with our Jolanda Thompson Everest plans to upgrade the water distribution system on the Key and bring relief to residents.
It works in 3 stages. It's production, storage, and then distribution. So we produce the water here at our RO plant, and then we store it in tanks like these, and then we distribute it to our network. So what we're doing in this particular instance is building storage capacity so we can add to our distribution network when we give it to our customers. We just want to serve our customers better, and we think that building this will be more preventative than reactive. That Water and Sewage is working tirelessly for our customers.
Now, the late area manager in Abaco also adding that the team would now only have to travel to Sweetings Key and Grand Key for maintenance. Well, a boating accident on Grand Bahama, leaving 16 persons injured. Tonight, a passenger on board shares the horrifying experience, but he says that they are grateful to be alive. Raven Davis has more in this report.
Some 16 persons are grateful to be alive after a routine trip to Grand Key went awry, leaving several of them nursing wounds at the Ranch Memorial Hospital. Matthew McIntosh, one of the passengers on that boat, says they were traveling through the waterway when he saw a man diving with a cooler while at the front end of the vessel. That prompted him to give the boat captain hand signals to turn the boat in an attempt to avoid the cooler. The captain acceding those instructions. Miraculously, at the same time, the diver resurfaced for air.
As we turned on the port side, he broke it down. He passed the cooler. And he accelerated. He gave it, because the boat was full of people, had a lot of load, had a lot of people, had a lot of luggage and stuff. So as he take back up, put it back on plane, the motor was too high. So he tilted the motor down a little bit to get the bow up. And as he did that, I think the steering just went out. And I watched him turn and turn for a little while, turn. He just couldn't get it. What he did was just try to pull back a little bit and just the impact, just wait for the impact on the land.
McIntosh presumes the boat's lower unit went off, causing the boat to tilt to one side.
And so with the impact coming up, that's when, we saw, people start flying this way and flying that way, There was nothing much that he could do, just let nature just take its course.
McIntosh says the captain did not lose his composure. Instead, he gave an account for everyone to make sure they were okay. Thankfully, there were no casualties in this incident, but he says some persons were ejected from the boat onto land. And as someone with over a decade of experience in the boating industry, he knew what to expect.
I had a gentleman in the front of me, I had a gentleman beside me. I said, "Please, there ain't nothing we can do, just coming." And then the lady that had a little baby, she grabbed the baby tight, but there's the principle, I think, that from the impact and when the boat lay, her daughter came out of her hand, and that was a little scary. The part that really hit me was the kids, but the grown-up, I look at them and I see one or two of them bounce right back on their feet. It's like, okay, damn, they are, they good. But the kids,
According to a PHA report on Sunday, Grand Bahama Health Services responded to the incident. 5 patients were admitted to the RAND, and consultant specialists will review the patients and update relatives going forward.
I think it was 3 ladies still there. I think one was the teacher. It was like about 3 other ladies, I think. I think 1 or 2 had concussion, and I think 1 had like a fractured knee or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but I know when I left this morning, there were a couple people still there. Now it's like about around 1:30 this morning.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thanks, Raven. Certainly grateful that no lives were lost. Well, heading now into news from police. Police on Grand Bahama are investigating the circumstances surrounding an attempted suicide of a 44-year-old female of Alderman Drive, which took place on Sunday, October 1st, 2023, according to reports. Shortly before 5 p.m., police received information that the victim, while riding as a passenger on the airport road along with a male friend, opened the passenger door and ejected herself from the moving vehicle in an attempt to take her life. The victim was transported to the Rand Memorial Hospital via private vehicle, where she is listed in serious condition. Investigations continue into this matter. Still in news from police, officers at the Criminal Investigations Department are busy searching for 31-year-old Sean Jagnandan, also known as Duker of number 3 Amundsden Lane. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighs 220 pounds, light brown complexion, average built, with brown eyes and black hair. If spotted, please approach with extreme caution and dial police emergency at 911, the National Crime Prevention at 302-8430 or 1, Crime Stoppers at 352-1919, 350-3106 or 9. Well, when we come back, over 40 persons from Grand Bahama are now able to boast of being a part of the University of the Bahamas' Sea-Learn graduating class. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery, fully loaded with everything you need and extended hours. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Hands Across Grand Bahama presents the 5th annual When Men Worship, October 3rd at New Life Family Worship Center, with guest speaker Rakino Munker, guest psalmist Alessandro Major, with your host, evangelist Elmore Smith. Don't you miss it.
Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath, number 16 Oak Street. Phone them at 688-9661.
The Abaco Seventh-day Adventist District will be hosting its first Love in Action 2023 Expo on Monday, October 9, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the Murphytown Park. Enjoy family fun with lots of food, desserts, games, and drills by our youth on Monday, October 9.
With paint bundles starting at $100, get everything required to get the job done right. Visit us today at the Do It Center, number 33 Industrial Park, Airport Road. We're open from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church presents the Pathfinder and Community Services Expo 2023, Sunday, October 8th from 12:30 p.m. at Independence Park. Join in action and be a part of this vibrant community celebration.
Unfortunately, there are residents in our communities who continue to indiscriminately litter and dump trash around our city, creating an eyesore and environmental impacts. We all know better. Only losers litter. We are in this together, so let's all do our part to keep our streets, land, and communities clean, green, and pristine.
Somebody call the Brinks truck.
Christmas in Freeport presents the Black Bottle Christmas Concert featuring The Boss, Rick Ross, live in concert.
The biggest concert of the year. And you know the biggest boss gonna run out there, boy.
On Saturday, December 23rd at Goombe Park, Freeport, Bahamas, with DJs like Tico T, Overdose, 1K Gaza, DJ Cannon, Just Ride, King Diano, Little Giant, DJ Slangs, DJ Future, Matt Bull, and more. It's Christmas in Freeport. The Black Bottle Christmas, BBC, Part 5, with Rick Ross, The Boss, performing live. Saturday, December 23rd, 2023, at Goombe Park, Freeport, Bahamas. Doors open at 9 p.m. until. Security is strictly enforced. For more info, call 602-7751 or 727-3226. The Black Bottle Christmas Concert.
The biggest boss in the biz, Ricky Rose, I'm performing live.
For sponsorship and Skybox info, call 602-7751. Introducing our sizzling deal of the season. Sink your teeth into delicious piping hot Pizza Hut pizzas layered with your favorite toppings. Order 2 large one-topping pizzas for just $27.70. Call Pizza Hut Freeport at 352-9191 to order now. Available for carryout and delivery. 352-9191. Your taste buds and pocket will thank you. Only available at Pizza Hut Freeport.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. 43 persons from Grand Bahama can now boast about being a part of the prestigious Sea-Learn graduating class. The award ceremony taking place on Friday night at the Rand Nature Center. Our Jay Philippe was there and filed this report.
Overall, some 65 individuals completed certificate programs from Grand Bahama, New Providence, Andros, and Abaco for the 2022-2023 academic year. The certifications included courses such as Human Resource Management, Project Management, Medical Billing and Coding, Preschool Certification, Accounting, Professional Management, just to name a few. Dr. Ian Strawn, President of UB North.
It was very important that we pause to celebrate your achievement. What you've done means a lot to us. We want to do a lot more of this. We want to make sure that we are serving this community in terms of all of its training needs. And so I am very proud of Director Lewis and her team, and very proud that the university is able to take this time out to congratulate you. And as the campus president, I want to say I am proud of you, and we're excited, and I hope that you enjoyed your experience with continuing education and lifelong learning, and that you're looking for another certification to enroll in right after you graduate.
Mistress Lauda Shara Knowles, Interim Dean and Continuing Education and Lifelong Learning at the University of the Bahamas, congratulated the graduates for their accomplishments in completing the various Sea-Learn certifications.
But before I leave this podium, I want to encourage you to keep on learning. Become a lover of lifelong learning, because the more you know, the more you grow. And as we expand our program offerings at C-Learn in compliance and risk management, data security and protection, data analytics, financial technology, computer certifications, and much, much more, I want you to expand with us and enroll in as many as you are able to.
Leslie Dorsey-Lewis, director for C-Learn UB North program, reflected on the initial start of the program 2 years ago, where she played a pivotal role in recruiting the students that were able to successfully complete the program, receiving their recognition on this day.
As our programs are virtual, we were pleased to have persons from Grand Bahama, as well as Abaco, Andros, Eleuthera, and New Providence enrolled.
From the 65 persons that completed the program, 43 of the graduates were present, where they also gave testimonials about their overall experience of the cohort C-Learn certification program. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks, Jay. And here is a check on your weekly Health is Wealth Mondays.
Sexually transmitted infections, also known as STIs or STDs, are infections and diseases contracted through unprotected intercourse and oral or anal contact. These infections can also be passed from mother to infant during pregnancy or birth and lead to major health complications. For infections like gonorrhea and chlamydia, they usually present with a discharge from the penis or vagina, pain during urination, or painful sex. Syphilis can show up as a painless sore on the vagina or penis, or swollen lymph nodes. HIV shows up with flu-like symptoms like fever, sore throat, and swollen lymph nodes. While all of the STIs can be treated, not all can be cured. The best treatment is still prevention. If you have any questions about STIs or experiencing any symptoms, please contact your local community physician or NHI provider for answers, testing, and treatment. I am Dr. Kia King-Strawn, reminding you that your health is your wealth.
Well, I'm wearing my red today, which means I come in peace and love, because I don't know what we was doing on that field yesterday, but let's find out from Jay Philippe, who has your check on sports.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to sports. It was yet another busy weekend in sports, softball playoffs, high school volleyball in the swing of things, also week 4 in the NFL season. But let's begin with Jonquel Jones, where she did something super duper impressive on Sunday. Jonquel J.J. Jones and the New York Liberty are heading to the 2023 WNBA Finals, where they'll meet the Las Vegas Aces in a matchup many anticipated back in the spring. Jonquel Jones led the way in the Game 4 win against the Sun with a stat line of 25 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 blocks.
Just staying together, weathering the storm. It definitely feels different being on the other side, and you obviously feel the great energy that these fans have here, but it's a new chapter now.
Switching gears now in softball, young Labria Sands, who represented Grand Bahama and helped Grand Bahama win the gold at the most recent Bahama Games as a standout pitcher, played this past weekend for our Unity national team at the Gladiator Tournament in Nashville, Tennessee. Sands pitched 5 innings, striking out 8 batters, allowing just 1 hit. She also added a few double-doubles and RBIs on the weekend. Labria is currently playing varsity at Bartow High School as an 8th grader, where her team is ranked 5th overall in the country. And finally in sports, some notable scores from week 4 of the NFL season. The Buffalo Bills dominated the Miami Dolphins at home, ending the Dolphins' win streak of 3 games to start the season. The final score on that game was 48-20. The Denver Broncos had a 4th quarter comeback against the Chicago Bears to get their first win of the season, 31-28. Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was victorious against New Orleans Saints, winning this one 26-9 on the road, and the Pittsburgh Steelers fall to 2-2 on the season after losing to the Houston Texans 36. Over in Texas, the Dallas Cowboys improved to 3-1 on the season in a blowout win against Mac Jones and the New England Patriots 38-3, and the San Francisco 49ers remain undefeated at 4-0, winning against the Arizona Cardinals 35-16 at home. And that's a quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
New this month at Island Bedding and Furniture. 5- and 7-piece dining room sets. Gorgeous natural wood dining tables and bench sets in mango, acacia, or shisham wood. And your pick of additional chairs. All new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. For the bedroom, we're all about platforms, unbelievable prices, and no box spring required. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe.
Psst. Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Coq de termites former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Hands Across Grand Bahama presents the 5th annual When Men Worship with guest speaker Rakino R. Munker, senior pastor of Mount Tabor Church.
Stop trying to change the behavior. Work on your thinking. Because when your thinking and belief system changes, the power this thing has on you will be broken.
Guest houses Alessandro Major with your host, evangelist Elmore Smith. Don't miss it. October 3rd at New Life Worship Center at 7 p.m. It's the 5th annual When Men Worship.
This is a public safety announcement from the Grand Bahama Power Company. Customers are reminded to ensure that a transfer switch is installed when a backup energy source, such as a generator, is being used. When a storm strikes and knocks out power to your home, you may be forced to use a backup energy source, such as solar panels or a generator. Do you know about the potential danger or how to safely use backup energy sources? There's one major risk that you should be aware of. It's called backfeed, and it can endanger you, a family member, or someone else, especially a lineman or electrician working near your property. What is backfeed? Backfeed occurs when power travels from your solar setup or generator back through the utility line, resulting in them being unknowingly re-energized. Backfeed creates a very dangerous and potentially deadly situation for line workers and the general public. If your solar system or generator isn't properly installed, the backfeed of electric current could severely injure or kill a lineman working to restore power. The best way to avoid backfeed is by installing a transfer switch. Transfer switch ensures your household isn't connected to the power grid and the backup energy source at the same time. To prevent backfeed, generators, whether permanent or portable, should never be plugged into a home's wiring or directly to the circuit breaker panel. Be sure to have a qualified, licensed electrician install your backup energy source and a transfer switch, thereby eliminating backfeed. Preventing backfeed could save a life.
Let's keep it clean. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. We just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Lyndon Lundy, our unofficial yet very official co-worker, you are our Facebook friend tonight for one day only. We are inviting you to come on over to the winning team, Fins Nation, and that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the national report, Queens College mourns. Exit door glitch in midair. The OAS meets in the Capitol. And in sports, Jonquil punches ticket to championship. The Bahamas tonight, the national report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the national report. Thanks so much for tuning in. The nation's top cop addressing the large amount of firearms and ammunition on our streets, particularly here in the capital. His comments came during a press conference at police headquarters today. Altaviz Munnings joins us live with a report on the police's findings. Good evening, Altaviz.
Good evening, LaDawn, and good evening, Bahamas. 2 adult men and a juvenile male are expected to be arraigned in the magistrate's court at 12 o'clock Tuesday afternoon in connection with the seizure of a large amount of ammunition and several high-powered weapons. To be exact, 4 high-powered weapons, 7 pistols, and the significant amount of ammunition that you can see displayed here at the police conference center. Now, early this afternoon, Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez outlined to the media the details of this specific investigation, and he also used the opportunity to applaud the officers for this successful intelligence-led operation.
And then it appears as though they were involved in firearms trafficking, because you could see some of the weapons was totally wrapped in plastic, properly secured. There's a trend we noted that some of them just came with component parts. So they are breaking down the weapons and sending them in different areas. We suspect that it came in from the U.S., and we are partnering with our partners along with the firearms unit with respect to trying to trace exactly where these weapons came from.
Commissioner Fernandez also confirmed that one of the men in their custody for this incident is an Office of the Prime Minister employee. The police chief reiterated that high-powered weapons seem to be the primary choice for criminals committing serious crimes. Their statistics so far for the year prove it.
276 has been taken off the street, which include 238 pistols, more than 2022. And when you look at the rifles, the high-powered rifles, a total of 19 taken off our street, 8 shotguns, and 11 revolvers. And when you look at ammunition that was taken off, a total of 7,607. We will win this war on crime. It may not happen overnight, but eventually you will see this crime situation begin to trickle down with.
Police Commissioner Fernandez confirmed that the investigation into the seizure of these high-powered weapons and ammunition continues. He also thanks all members of the public for being the eyes and ears of the Royal Bahamas Police Force in not only supplying information on this particular investigation, but investigations taking place throughout the Bahamas. Reporting from the Police Conference Center at Police Headquarters on East Street, I'm Altaviz Munnings, ZNS Network News. Back to you, LaDawn.
Thanks a lot, Altaviz. Meantime, police are investigating the death of a 35-year-old man from Geranium Avenue in Garden Hills. According to police reports, around 7 on Sunday, a man was shot on Daisy Lane off Beaumontia Avenue in Garden Hills. When officers arrived on the scene, they intercepted a vehicle with the victim and escorted him to the hospital. Police were told that the victim was standing with a group of people outside a home when he was approached by a male occupant of a heavy-tinted champagne-colored Bluebird Sylphy. The suspect shot the victim in the upper body and fled the scene. Investigations continue. An emotional day at Queens College, as it's the first time that students return to the school following the sudden death of a fellow student and athlete on the school's campus. Corvell Pyfrom is following the story.
Queens College students gathering for a special assembly Monday morning for their fallen classmate and head boy, Dario Ramming Jr.
Dario is an amazing young man. We can't say that enough. The words are not there to really describe the type of young man he is.
Their first day back at campus days after Dario collapsed suddenly during a basketball scrimmage game at the school over the weekend, later dying at hospital.
Every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Emotions were high among the student body as well as staff. Weeping teens, some of them had to be carried out, adults clinging to one another, and teammates acting as each other's strength. Grief counselors in place to help. The loss is almost palpable, making it clear Dario's death has left an immeasurable void across the QC family.
Dario Ramming Jr. completed his assignment, and he completed it well.
Dario was a God-fearing child, and he will be missed through all of QC.
Dario's teammate, Daniel Roll, who played the piano during Monday morning's assembly, paying tribute to his teammate and friend in this way.
He would walk by Howard Gallagher, make one or two remarks, make us smile, make us laugh, and off he goes to make someone else's days.
Assistant coach Jerome Lucas, flanked by a heartbroken Comets team, says the fallen center's presence will be with them all through the upcoming season.
We actually already made it official that this year we'll only have 14 guys on the list. Dario will be the 15. When we do away games, his jersey will be right there on the bench. Also, we'll give him a number that no one else will basically have through the entire Queens College.
As expected, this was a very difficult day for the Queens College community. Across the many faces of the students, we saw expressions of profound grief. No one expects that these students will be able to process or even understand any of this anytime soon, and that was never the expectation of the day. What today is about is demonstrating to them that there are people.
A 17-year-old student of Central Eleuthera High School passed away Sunday morning after experiencing serious breathing problems and later suffered a heart attack. An investigation into this tragedy continues. Meantime, Minister of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, extending heartfelt condolences to the parents, family, faculty, staff, and friends of Dario Ramming, head boy at Queens College, and Chakino Kenny Thompson, a 12th grader at Central Eleuthera High School, who both died suddenly over the weekend. Her statement today expressed the grief from losing these precious boys and prayers that God strengthens their parents and family members during this difficult time. Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez also issuing condolences to the Ramming and Thompson families.
Myself, along with the top team, we visited the school this morning just to bring encouragement and condolences on behalf of the police force to the teachers there, and also we spoke to the students, the grade that he was in. We spoke to his peers early this morning. We also visited the family members who the father is a police officer, so they are part of us. So we wanted to show our love and appreciation and condolences to them. Two young men was not ailing, and all of a sudden to fall out. So we will wait the autopsy to see what was actually the cause of death.
The Royal Bahamas Defense Force in full preparation mode for its Marines to be deployed on the ground in Haiti. That is if the United Nations Security Council votes in favor of a Kenyan-led mission to Haiti. In July, Kenya offered to lead a force and send 1,000 troops to conflict-ridden nation to help restore stability to that country that has been in political turmoil since the assassination of Jovenel Moise in July 2021. Defense Force Commodore Dr. Raymond King commented on the matter as the United Nations Security Council prepared to vote Monday on the Kenyan-led mission. However, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, in August committed to sending 150 officers as part of a multinational task force.
As an organization, we continue to prepare. We continue to plan. The Honorable Minister and I, we would have attended a recent Latin American Caribbean conference in Argentina, which sought to create a framework for the hemisphere in terms of countries seeking to participate in any peacekeeping operations. But I'll allow the government, in particular the Honorable Minister of National Security, to speak politically. But when the appropriate time comes, then I'll speak with more specificity in terms of any composition, because everything will be driven by a United Nations Security Council mandate. That will determine the composition of the force, and with the government deciding specifically which role any of our Marines will participate in.
Speaking to the situation on the ground in Haiti, Commodore King acknowledged that if troops were to go on the ground, they would be walking into a dangerous situation. He says conditions in the failed state currently are unstable.
It's not a safe environment given the gang activity, but the public could rest assured. If and when we decide to send persons to Haiti, the vulnerabilities and the risk would be reduced significantly. We'll ensure that our members are prepared to the highest degree, and they're resourced and prepared to keep any risk of any casualty to a minimum.
A traumatizing experience for 14 passengers on board a Flamingo Air flight that took off from the Lynden Pilling International Airport en route to Stanley Key, Exuma this morning. It's reported that the aircraft's passenger door suddenly opened while in flight. Thankfully, though, the aircraft returned to LPIA without further incident. Meantime, late this afternoon, Flamingo Air issued a press release stating that the safety of its passengers is top priority. They noted that they were shocked when they saw a video of the aircraft's boarding ladder being deployed while in flight. An investigation by Flamingo Air revealed that the reason for the ladder's deployment was a failure to properly fasten the latch combined with turbulence that all planes endure during flight, which led to the ladder becoming detached. The statement noted that the passenger's safety was not compromised, and the individual responsible for this mishap has been reprimanded. Additionally, the airline plans to introduce refresher courses for all of its employees to ensure that such incidents do not occur in the future. And still to come, a high-level conference on sustainable development underway at the Atlantis Resort. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
This portion of the news is brought to you by folk called Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Just when Leo was about to buy this useless pair of Hands underwear, he remembered that it was Tuesday. Hungry for deals? You better come satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. Crazy Tuesdays! 5 juicy, mouth-watering pieces of world-famous KFC chicken, handmade with a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices for only $10. Crazy Tuesdays! A finger-licking good deal.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Ooh.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
Walk into any Super Value and Quality Supermarkets location and walk out with great savings like Libby Spaghetti and Meatballs, 15-ounce, $1.49. Rainbow Corned Beef, 12-ounce, $2.39. Amalanda Milk, 1 liter, 2 for $2.50. Center Cut Pork Chops, $2.69 per pound. Iceberg lettuce, $1.99 each. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis remains tight-lipped on a date for the by-election in West End and Bimini. It's at this time the electorate will be given the opportunity to cast their vote for a new representative for that constituency following the sudden death of Member of Parliament for West End and Bimini, the Honorable Obie Wilchcombe.
You can anticipate it to be when it's practical, meaning when the Parliamentary Commissioner's Office is ready for an election.
On this programming note, be sure to tune in tomorrow for a half-hour program, The Agenda, with Mukushla Pinder, Foreign Affairs Minister and Progressive Liberal Party Chairman, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, and Chair of the Free National Movement, Shannon Dawn Cartwright, as they take a look back at Parliament's 2021 legislative agenda. That's Tuesday, October 3rd at 8 p.m. On Wednesday, October 4th, our live coverage of the opening of Parliament begins at 8:30 a.m. with a pre-show with Mukushla Pinder and Julian Reed right here on the ZNS network. Now, the opening of Parliament is scheduled to begin at 10 a.m. The Organization of American States in the Capitol this week for the 4th Inter-American High-Level Meeting on Sustainable Development at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort. Desmond Saunders joins us live with the latest. Good evening, Desmond.
Well, I'm coming to you live from the Atlantis Resort, the site for the 4th Inter-American Meeting of Ministers and High-Level Authorities, regional leaders for the next 2 days engaging in high-level discussions addressing the challenges of climate change and the move towards sustainable development. During yesterday's official opening, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, who has been a vocal advocate on this issue, reiterated the need for collaboration towards a climate fight.
We're here to build solutions in climate finance and sustainable development at a time when such solutions can no longer be postponed. In order to survive the changing climate, we need to cooperate, we need to coordinate, and we need to collaborate. Climate finance and sustainable development are paired together because without the first, you cannot have.
The Bahamas experienced 14 major storms over the last 20 years, racking up billions of dollars in damages. The impact of monster storms in the country severe. Climate financing, a major priority.
We build climate finance solutions that free up resources in this new era of extreme weather. We work to overhaul multilateral institutions so that they can de-risk and incentivize new ventures and partnerships, and unleash funding at the scale needed for robust action and investment. We fight to make sure industrialized countries keep their promises, both old and new.
Over the next 3 days, delegates from several countries will focus on the threat of climate change and the need for collective hemispheric action. The Prime Minister expressing optimism over the climate change fight.
It is true that our challenges are not identical, and we will not agree on every issue. But I know we will identify many opportunities for collaboration and for shared advocacy going into COP28. Although we acknowledge the gravity of the threats we face, there are many reasons to be hopeful. A new generation of activists is leading with energy and passion.
Now, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, becoming more direct than he's ever been in advocating small island developing states be gifted financially the funds owed by larger first world countries as compensation for the negative impacts resulting from climate change. Davis says building resilience through climate financing is key in mitigating against the negative impacts of climate change. This is the message the nation's leader says, and he relayed this to members of the Organization of American States, or the OAS, this morning as he addressed the high-level climate finance in the Americas meeting currently underway at the Atlantis Resort on Paradise Island. Now, Prime Minister Davis says a time has long passed and the action towards mobilizing funds to mitigate the global climate crisis is now towards protecting future generations and the planet from the devastating impacts of climate change. Now, it's day 2 of the summit, and it ended with regional leaders unifying to address climate change and several institutions committing to provide affordable climate financing for OAS member states. Presently, here, a reception is underway at the Atlantis Resort. The conference continues tomorrow, live here at the Atlantis Resort, attending the OAS 4th Inter-American Meeting of Ministers and High-Level Authorities. Desmond Saunders, Bahamas Tonight.
Condolences from the regional and international community continue to pour in over the sudden death of Minister of Social Services, the Honorable Obie Wilchcombe, on the sidelines of the 4th Inter-American Meeting of Ministers and High-Level Authorities on Sustainable Development. Prime Minister Davis says leaders from around the world are expressing sorrow over the cabinet minister's death.
I've been hearing from people from abroad. Back I heard from the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, who is really heartbroken over the event because he served as Minister of Tourism whilst Obie served. And I've had a number of expressions of condolences on his passing.
Bimini residents still in mourning 1 week after the death of their beloved Member of Parliament and Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, and the Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, the late Honorable Obie Wilchcombe. Azure Quant of our Northern Service joins us live from Bimini, where his supporters and constituents are coming to grips with this major loss. Good evening, Azure.
The island of Bimini is definitely in mourning, LaDawn. Earlier today, we would have spoken with residents who say they are still grief-stricken about the passing of their Member of Parliament and Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the Honorable Obie Wilchcombe. Many of them describing him as a giant of a man, noting that his legacy will forever live on.
Bimini loved him, Western loved him, we all love him. It's a big loss to the Bahamas.
I could say for the country, this is a major blow. This is a big blow.
He was a giant of a man, you know. He'd be very lost in this community, especially Bimini. To us, we know he's the best man.
Minister Wilchcombe, who served Bimini for decades, according to the residents, was not just a politician, but a friend and advocate for his constituents. His passing leaving a void that many feel will be challenging to fill.
To fill those shoes, you got to be ready.
He was a very good man, and I hope whoever replaced him here in Bimini and Western do the same as he was doing.
We would like to have somebody. We know that they wouldn't be able to fit the shoes that Obadiah Wilchcombe wore, but we're going to get it together.
Residents recounting personal stories of how Minister Wilchcombe helped them and the island of Bimini in times of need.
He was instrumental in getting the hotel and casino here, which is very good for Bimini. And a lot of people in Bimini is employed because of him.
I talked to somebody a couple of months ago about the clinic, and it seemed like they got it going. They put the shingle back on the clinic roof. Anything we have a problem with and we call him, he fixed it. That's like if you have a bad weather coming and you need assistance to leave the island, or if you have a light off or food on the table, and you just call him, he'd send you to the shop and tell him send him the bill.
Now there have been dates rumored about Minister Wilchcombe's memorial being held here in Bimini. However, we reached out to the administrator here on the island who could not confirm if or when Minister Wilchcombe's memorial will be held. Of course, this is something our ZNS News team will continue to follow. Coming to you live here in Bimini at Big Game Resorts, reporting for the Bahamas tonight, I'm Azure Quant. Back to you at the desk, LaDawn.
Thanks a lot, Azure. Well, Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this evening, Jonquel Jones and the New York Liberty on their way to the WNBA Finals will tell you just exactly how they got it done. That's ahead in sports.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
Firstly, it was a great opportunity to meet with colleague ministers of tourism from around the world as we discuss sustainable tourism. This has been a magnificent event of the UNWTO, one of the largest such events in recent times. I had occasion to speak on the panel on the second day to talk about issues in the sustainable tourism space. I made the point that for us, we must continue to be intentional because sustainability and sustainable tourism is not just a fad or a buzzword. It is our way of life. It is what we do. But maximizing economic benefit from tourism is key, while sustaining our environment for future generations is what we all should be doing. And I think that was the takeaway message from the UNWTO session, and ought to be the message for all Bahamians, young and old, whether we believe we're in the tourism business or not. The reality is that tourism still is everybody's business. In addition to the tourism forum, we had occasion to have active technical meetings with our counterparts at the Ministry of Tourism, including the Saudi Tourism Authority. Our executives had an opportunity to exchange best practices in terms of data management and the use of technology, including AI and deep learning techniques. This is an area that we will focus diligently on, and we are going to continue to push forward in this area, advancing tech tourism.
What's a Sand Dollar rebate? It's the digital Bahamian dollar back in your wallet. Top up any Sand Dollar enabled digital wallet and make a purchase of $50 or more in Sand Dollars at Super Value, Quality Supermarkets, Solomon's Fresh Market, or Sawyer's Fresh Market. Get up to $25 back when you redeem your rebate online between September 15th and October 15th at sanddollar.bs/rebate. Rules and restrictions apply.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-779-5-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Bahamas Christian Council President Delton Fernando voicing opposition over a proposed LGBTIQ Pride lecture to be hosted by the University of Bahamas' School of Social Sciences. Fernando says council members believe that the university should not be the platform to advance a lifestyle or an agenda that is in contradiction of the country's constitution.
We were interested in seeing that it seemingly was being pushed by the university itself. It being a government-funded, taxpayer-funded institution, we wanted the conversation to be more balanced and not look like a special interest was having the platform to do something that really wasn't in the best interest of the entire country. And so as the spiritual leaders, we put forward a presser, that we had a press conference today, that we wanted to change the dynamics of what was going on. Let's make it more inclusive. The university has removed themselves from the event, and we're asking that they go a step further. Plan it to be more open in the style that universities usually do. If you have one opinion, there has to be an opposing opinion, and let students be exposed to both sides.
The University of Bahamas releasing a statement late Sunday afternoon saying that the School of Social Sciences will host a forum entitled Black Bahamian Subject Formation from Non-Subject to Subject Part 2. It is hoped that students and citizens will continue to engage with UB, the national tertiary institution, as it carries out its mandate and encourages our students and all Bahamians to exercise critical thinking. Forums like this allows our national spirit to be enriched and developed as people with differing views engage in civil discourse and our students and citizens develop a better understanding of different viewpoints. 40 students from the C.C. Speeding Senior High School who made the honor roll and 3 on the principal's list were recognized for their stellar academic performance during its awards and prefect installation ceremony. On hand were Governor General Her Excellency the Most Honorable Cynthia Mother Pratt, a former teacher at the school, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando, and Commodore of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Raymond King, both former students. The group says their presence and success proves that all is not lost at C.C. Speeding.
You can't be discouraged by 1 or 2 people who are talking negatively about you. Why? Because the majority is depending on you to carry them through. And so I'm here today because I thought it was a privilege this morning for the 3 of us to be here to encourage you.
Commodore King and Commissioner of Police Fernando both also offered encouraging words to the students.
Always remember the path to success is not always easy, but with determination, self-belief, and unwavering dedication, you can achieve remarkable results. I have no doubt that each of you has the potential to reach for the stars.
Set short-term goals for yourself and work on achieving them within 6 months to a year. Work hard at accomplishing your goals and becoming the best that you can be. I want you to bloom where you are planted and relish in your just reward, because it will come if you aim higher.
Now, this correction for you. We previously said that Chair of the Free National Movement, Shannon Dawn Cartwright, would join Mukush Lapinder and PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell as they take a look back at Parliament's 2021 legislative agenda tomorrow, October 3rd at 8 p.m. for the half-hour program, the agenda ahead of the opening of Parliament on Wednesday. However, it will not be Cartwright, but instead Dr. Dwayne Sands is taking on that role.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
The Elizabeth Estates Public Library is joining in the country's 50th Independence Anniversary celebrations through a history exhibition dubbed Step into the Timeless Tapestry of Bahamian Heritage.
In our technology section, we have the different items we use today. We have a sewing machine, one that some kids may not have seen before. So we have a lot of items that some of our younger generation they would find really interesting to know that grandma and great-grandma used to use these things and they had to do these chores that is almost unimaginable to them.
And what would the library's exhibition be without a book display?
We do have a book display of Bahamian books. First of all, we have a bush medicine book. Like was mentioned, the medicinal factors of bush medicine, Bahamian history. We have a lot of Bahamian history books. You know, it's very important to learn about our history, or you'll run the risk of repeating whatever bad decisions you don't want to make. We also have many books by Gail Saunders. We are displaying some of our books, which contains a lot of good nuggets. So come on in and come read. Just look around and enjoy yourselves. Bring your kids. It's for all ages. Our audience is for all ages.
I'm Adama Williams for Ed Talk. Want to stay in the know? Subscribe. Text 819-BMOE. That's 819-2663. Remember to like and subscribe to our social media platforms.
Impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant here to educate you on the do's and don'ts at the service station. Here's what you don't do. Do not pull up from the pump without first checking that the nozzle has been removed from your car. Because if you pop this, that's about $600,000 to $30,000 to replace. These things ain't cheap. What you want to do is make sure that the nozzle has been removed, or just wait for the universal sign, which is the double tap.
Sometimes life hints at your next step, sending you signs all around, even in unexpected places, to lead you in the right direction. The signs are clear. It's time to pay less for your current mortgage and switch to Scotiabank. Enjoy lower interest rates and no payments up to 2 months when you switch your mortgage to Scotiabank. Plus, we'll even pay your switch costs. Paying less gives you more when you switch to Scotiabank.
Give it to them. Live in concert.
Family Islanders can now directly get help or information on anything they need with the launch of the Family Island Help Desk. The initiative, uniquely designed for the Family Islands, provides comprehensive assistance and answers concerning central government agencies, engagement with local government, and services offered throughout this country. The desks have been strategically placed in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Governor's Harbor, Eleuthera, and Matthewtown, for residents to call 604-4357, 300-5717, or log on to mygateway.gov.bs. It's a mandate that Works and Family Island Affairs Minister, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, pledged to initiate.
Whether you find yourself with questions, or if you're seeking guidance, or in need of assistance, I urge you and those throughout the country to not hesitate to reach out to our dedicated team. They have undergone rigorous training, not only to
And it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Ladon. We're under mostly cloudy skies. Temperature at 79 degrees. The relative humidity on the rich side at 82%. We have northeast winds at 11 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,011.9 millibars. That's 29.89 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 80 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Grand Key and Abaco, Marsh, Abaco at 82 degrees. The Berry Islands, 81. Allenstown, Bimini, a warm 86 degrees. 80 degrees in Harbor Island. Rock, Sandy, Luther, 81. Black Point, Exuma, Kemps Space, Andros, and Fresh Creek and Central Andros at 82 degrees. 80 degrees in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, Georgetown, Exuma, 84 degrees. 84s in Rygat Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Meguana, 82. Acklands, 82. Matchetown, Niagara, also at 82 degrees. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 84 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. For all areas, right through tomorrow, those winds, they're going to be northeast-east, 12, 13 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet very moderate chop, so we have caution flags in place for boaters throughout the 700 islands into Tuesday. Now, high tide, that will occur at 10:58 tonight, another high tide at 11:28 tomorrow morning. As we take you into the middle of the week, for all areas, northeast to east winds, those winds will be reducing to 10 to 15 knots, a wave height subsiding 2 to 4 feet. Low tide on Wednesday occurs at 5:55 in the morning, with the high tide at 12:21 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. Your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Years of celebrating the small country that continues to do big things. This year at Character Day, we celebrate people that have love for country, like those eco-warriors, like those that provide care, like those that inspire. In this year of our Golden Jubilee, help us celebrate 50 people like these. Log on to characterdaybahamas.org to nominate your Bahamian hidden hero.
Make your company representative stand out through an embroidery design on your uniforms from Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Janae's utilizes the latest state-of-the-art embroidery technology to monogram large and small quantities of shirts, caps, bags, and other articles. If you don't already have a digitized logo, Janae's can design and digitize your idea and bring it to life. Then install the logo of your choice from their large selections of 27 stock colors of golf shirts in cotton or dry fit, caps, or workwear. Call 394-8385 or 6 or visit www.janae's.com.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
From the creators of I Am Ariel, and Jonathan's World presents another original production this National Heroes Month. From whence we came and beyond. On October 13th through the 15th, the history of the Bahamas comes to life. This 50th anniversary of independence. Experience one of the most epic shows on a Broadway scale. Live on stage like you've never seen it. 3 days only.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check on a Monday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Yesterday was a big day for the New York Liberty as they tried to punch their ticket into the WNBA Finals. Standing in their way, Jonquel Jones' old team, the Connecticut Sun. She had a big game to get past them. We'll tell you all about it right now. Grand Bahama native Jonquel Jones and the New York Liberty looking to punch their ticket to the WNBA Finals. Standing in their way, Jonquel's former team, the Connecticut Sun. Jones in her bag for this one. She went to work against her former teammates, pouring in 25 points to go along with 14 rebounds and a block. Liberty, they hold on down the stretch for the 87-84 win. Liberty advancing to the finals for the first time since 2002. They'll take on the Las Vegas Aces for the title, beginning with Game 1 on Sunday. Montague Bay busy over the weekend as the Junior Optimus Sailing Championships took place on Saturday and Sunday. Amajal Knowles has the details.
Dozens of young sailors from across the Bahamas, U.S., and Cayman Islands wrapping up competition yesterday over at Montague for the 2023 Fidelity Optimist Sailing Championships. The two-day competition had sailors ranging in age from as young as 7 to as old as 15 competing in a number of fleets within the championship. Over in the championship fleet, the 242's very own Patrick Tomlinson from the Lightfoot Key Sailing Club taking the top spot and defending his national championship crown. In second was the USA's Jack Mead, and in third was Machen Rochelle, and in fourth was the Bahamas' Finley McKinney Lambert. Over in the green fleet, it would be the Caymans' Ebba Collins in first, in second would be Katarina Buttersworth, and in third would be Trayshawn McKenzie from the Exuma Sailing Club. We caught up with a few of the sailors after their performance.
I'm just not good. I did quite good. I think I got like 7th or 8th overall.
I think I got like about 15th or 14th.
And again, the Family Island was also well represented. Here from the team from Exuma.
They good. Get top 5 in every race. No, they good. I did good. My only competition was these two, not gonna lie, and like a couple of the Cayman Islands people. I feel like I did good. Could have been better.
Next up for the young sailors will be the Cecil Cook Memorial Regatta set for early November. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
Thanks a lot, Amajal. When Atlanta Softball League into its championships at the Archdeacon William Thompson Field, Marina Village Dirty Birds taking on the Water Park Sharks. Charles Fisher has the story.
One game to decide the champs and who will carry home all this hardware. One side for the Marina Village Dirty Birds, the other side for the Water Park Sharks. Water Park finding just loving the deep ball early, taking a 4-run lead on the defending champs Marina Village. A power display, or was it the win? Dirty Birds now flying one over the fence. Base hit past a diving Benson and tack on one more run for the Water Park, looking to end the run of the Dirty Birds. The hits and runs were coming in droves for the Sharks, and they could sense a championship. Down 3, and here's the pitch to Richie. That one not coming back, and Dirty Birds within striking distance. Marina Village now starting to find their cracks and misplays by Water Park, not helping either. Marina Village comes back to win their 5th straight championship in a close one, 13-12. David Brown and Hilton Boleg, manager and coach.
I'll never underestimate the heart of champions, all right? So we can go down early in the game, but you know, when the moment comes, shine, lights turn on, big plays play big in big games.
We're not only playing against one team or two teams, we played against everybody on this park today because they wanted to see the Dirty Boys get beat. But I'll tell them, nobody could touch us. We are not going to drop to their level. They got to get to our level.
Both grateful for the resort for bringing their employees outside of the work environment for some recreation and fun.
It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Atlantis took the banner and run with it. For years after the pandemic, everybody's saying, oh, we're not going to do it. We went ahead and we did it. Thank hats off to Miss Carey when she was there. Miss Forbes have taken on the reign and continue on to foster good relationship. This only get big and better. We're trying to take Atlanta softball to the next level. Either we do some things where we go and play against Cable Beach. I will not call that poison name out there, but they got to come for us. Then we're going to look at being good ambassadors to the Family Island, where we could take this road show, take it on the road.
I remember early in the years we started playing this, then COVID came, put everything on hold, but the hotel has been big on camaraderie, right? Even though we play to win, it's all about getting people to come together, have fun, meet one another, because some people work on the outside, on the side of the hotel, and we don't get to see one another. But softball field, we all come together and have fun.
Congrats to the Dirty Birds, 5-time champs. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Thanks again, Fisher. Well, the University of the Bahamas hosting the 2nd annual cross-country invitational over the weekend with close to 900 participants over the 14 divisions at the Queen Elizabeth Sports Complex. In the open men's division, defending champion UB Mingos Levine Joseph had strong competition from Swift Athletics' Christopher Santos, who recently ran in the 2023 Carifta Track and Field Championships. Both runners leading the pack for most of the 3K run. Joseph had hoped to have a final burst at the end, but Santos just too much. Santos winning the event 9 minutes, 41.39 seconds.
I thought the course would have been longer than it was. That's why I kind of slowed down in between. But otherwise, it's pretty easy.
In the open women's division, UB Mingo's Lakeisha Lewis starting off strong and maintained a steady pace throughout the 3K. She was able to hold off a late push from teammate Fridolin Augustine in the last kilometer, pulled ahead, and got the win in 13 minutes, 11.19 seconds.
I think the most challenging part was coming down on the last 1K. I had to ask God's guidance to motivate me to try and come to the finish.
And Game 6 of the Bahamas Government Departmental Basketball Association Championship set for this evening at the AF Valley Gym. Police Crime Stoppers in Bainton, Grandstown, Cybots going at it. Cybots lead the best of 7, 3 games to 2. They'll look to close it out this evening. Crime Stoppers looking to force a deciding Game 7. And that's your Monday check on sports. Don't go anywhere. We do have that look at the weather. That's just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Enter to win with Hellmann's and Knorr. Buy Hellmann's and Knorr rice or pesticides and take your receipt to purchase on Robinson Road. You could win one of 6 prizes. Enter today.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you can be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one and the car say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Time now for weather.
And our final look at weather. Philippe continues to hang out there at 5 o'clock this afternoon. We were picking up the center of circulation some 20 miles to the east of Barbuda. It is moving towards the northwest at 7 miles per hour. Maximum sustained winds just around 50 miles per hour. And we expect some fluctuation in that intensity over the next couple of days. Could possibly become a Category 1 hurricane as we head later into the week, around about Thursday there. But the good news is that will remain over the open waters, passing well to the east of Bermuda by the weekend. Take a look at our satellite picture. We have that prefrontal troughing across the Bahamas, which triggered the heavy rains and thunderstorms that we've been experiencing since this morning. That will continue to sink very slowly towards the southeast into the central and southeastern parts of the country. The front itself will go through in another day or so, and we'll see a slight change in temperatures by the middle of this week. Cloudy conditions, a bit on the warm side, but the thunderstorms still possible tonight with your low temperature around 79 degrees. And tomorrow there's going to be variable cloudiness with showers and thunderstorms remaining in the forecast, turning a bit breezy with some morning showers taking place as well. 86 degrees for your high temperature. Extended weather forecast for the next 7 days. We're going to keep those showers into Wednesday. Thereafter, that frontal boundary continues to push towards the southeast, and we'll see some dry conditions as we head into Thursday with those temperatures dropping into the mid-70s during the nighttime. LaDawn.
Thanks a lot, Basil. And finally in news, preparations are underway for the Pink Run event set for January next year. The event will be held on January 14, 2024, the same day as Marathon Bahamas and the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. Organizers say the restructured and rebranded race weekend is designed to better accommodate participants. Chair of the Pink Run, Willie Moss, is hoping the initiative will drive home the message that early detection saves lives.
It could be a cousin, a friend. It could be you, as it was with me. And so I encourage everybody to come out and support this event. It's not going to carry us over the bridge this time. The route will be very much flatter, if not easier. It will be flatter. And it is for the most worthy cause. It gets the word out. It brings the community together in one accord to support this initiative to fight breast cancer and to help those who are in need of that assistance.
Sunshine Insurance is a title sponsor of the race weekend this year. President Paul McQueenie says its sponsorship ties into the company's culture of giving back.
We are carrying the full branding now of Sunshine Insurance. So Sunshine Insurance Race or Run for the Cure. We feel as though that we can stand on our own shoulders now and move forward. The objectives remain the same. All net proceeds earned will go toward cancer care initiatives. And so we think it's a foundation of the Sunshine Group to give back to the community. And what better way to do it than cancer, which has touched every single person in the country one way or the other.
Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight. The National Report for all of us here at ZNS. I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.